Hello students. Today we'll discuss about morphology. Morphology. As you can see the picture, morphology. What is morphology? It is the study of structure of the words and word formation. It means study of words or making of words. In phonology, we have studied speech sounds, wherein we discussed about various symbols, and the main focus was on the pronunciation. But here, the main focus is on the words, its spellings, its meanings, how the various letters, words are joining together to make new words, and we are making a detailed analysis of the bigger word into the smallest unit. That total phenomena is called as morphology. Fine. And it has various small terms. For example, morpheme. What is morpheme? A smallest meaningful unit in a word called as morpheme. It is abstract. Then morph. What is morph? The phonetic realization of a morpheme. The physical manifestation of a morpheme is called as morph. We can see there are various types of morphemes. For example, category number 1, free morpheme. Category number 2, bound morpheme. And regarding free morpheme, there are two small subcategories. Free morpheme has two categories, one lexical, second functional. On the other hand, regarding bound morphemes, we have two more subcategories. For example, number 1, inflectional. Number 2, derivational. Inflectional has only one category, inflexive, making plurals. And derivational has two categories. It is mainly pertaining to affixes. Subcategory number 1, class changing. Subcategory number 2, class maintaining. What classes here we are talking about? The parts of speech, the class of the word, the category of the word is important over here. So what is morphology? Analysis of the words. We are making new words. The process of making new words, adding, subtracting, giving meanings, that particular whole phenomena is called as morphology. And we have seen that morphemes, the smallest meaningful unit of a sound, those are very abstract actually. The smallest unit of a word that has meaning, but the abstract unit of a word. For example, let's talk about the types first. Contractible morphemes. Auxiliary modals such as will, shall, have, had, and would can be contracted in informal style of language. Instead of saying I will, we can say I'll. We will. So these contracted forms are called contractible morphemes. So instead of I will, we are using I'll. Instead of using we will. So these are a type of a new word itself in English language. So that is morphology, contractible morphemes. Then there is free morphemes. The type of morphemes that can stand alone as words by themselves. Free morphemes can stand independently. It has whole complete meaning. It can convey its meaning without any other addition of other morphemes. And one cannot separate free morphemes in other smaller meaningful parts. For example, nouns like boy, car, girl, these are the smallest units. We can't segregate, we can't distribute B separate, O separate, Y separate. Those are only letters, those are not units. They cannot convey a separate meaning. B, O, Y, together there is a word and it can convey a meaning. So this is boy, free morpheme is example. Now let's talk about lexical morphemes, also known as open class. We can add morphemes to these word class. And what word class are these? Nouns, verbs, adjectives and adverbs. Main words, they have their whole meaning. For example, cup, glass, table. So, and we can add different nouns to the noun category, different verbs to different verb category. Similarly, regarding adjectives and adverbs as well. Lexical morphemes carry the main content of the message or the sentence. Those are the main leading one, lexical morphemes. The subject of the sentence, nouns, verbs, adjective, adverbs. Then let's talk about functional morphemes. Functional morphemes, also known as closed class of words. Words that have grammatical functions. For example, conjunctions, prepositions, articles, auxiliaries, pronouns. And examples of these word class are of, to, and, but, a, and, the, this, that, I, you, is, can. The list is big. But the thing is that we cannot invent new thing over there. We cannot discover or invent, make new words in the closed class of words. Words will be there only. We just have to use it. Unlike open class lexical morphemes. Got it? Now let's talk about bound morphemes. Bound morphemes. The type of morphemes that cannot stand alone as words by themselves. For example, boys. B-O-Y-S, boys. Here we can separate boys into two parts, boy plus S. So over here, B-O-Y, boy, can convey the total whole independent meaning of a noun. We can term it as free morpheme. On the contrary, plus S, the S is over there and it is a bound morpheme. Let's take another example, driver, D-R-I-V-E-R. We can separate drive and ER, bound. Drive is a lexical free morpheme, ER is a bound morpheme. Bound morphemes cannot convey their meaning on their own. No specific and separate meaning and existence or the place of that bound morpheme. Bound morphemes usually are affixes that must be attached to the word. Affixes, prefix, infix, suffix. These totally 3 words can be clubbed together and termed as affixes. Prefixes can be added to the before initial part of the word, beginning part of the word. Infix in between of the 2 words. Then suffixes after the word, ending part of the word. P-R-S, prefix, infix, suffix. Togetherly, we know it as affixes. Example of bound morphemes. In bound morphemes, we have subcategory derivational morphemes. Derivate means what? We are creating something new. It changes the category of the word when it is added to the free morpheme, but there are some exceptions. Here, grammatical status is focused. Derivational morphemes are of 2 types, class changing and class maintaining. As I said earlier, over here, class means we are talking about the class of that word, the part of speech of that word. Class changing means after adding certain prefix or suffix, we are changing the class of the main word. And in class maintaining, after addition or subtraction of any suffix over here, the class of the word will not change. Let's see example. Beauty, beauty. Beauty is a noun. And if I add ful to the word beauty, the new word will be beautiful. And beautiful is the adjective. Beautiful, adjective. On the other hand, if I say word valid, valid, valid is a noun, and if I add a prefix, for example, invalid, invalid, the noun will be noun only. It will not change the grammatical status of the category. So this is class maintaining, and when the class is changing, that is class changing derivational prefix or suffix. We have to note it down like that. Then we'll talk about inflectional morphemes. Morphemes that are used to indicate the aspects of the grammatical function of a word. They do not change grammatical category or status of the word. They change the tense, number, degree, or state of the words. In English language, 8 inflectional morphemes are there. 8. In noun form, we have plural form s, then possessive noun as apostrophe s. For example, boys and boys' book. Boys' book. In verb, third person singular s is there. Progressive verb, verb plus ing is also there. Then past tense, main verb plus ed is there. Then past participle, main verb plus en is also there. Example, he helps me. Third person singular s. He is coming. come, come is a verb, main verb, and we are adding ing, so making it as progressive verb. He is coming. He has reached. reached. We are adding reach. ed past tense. We are making it past. That is reached. Then past participle. We have eaten the apples. Eat plus en, eaten. We are adding past participle en to it, main verb, and we are making it as eaten. Then next inflectional morpheme part, adjective. Using er to make comparison, comparative dash er. For example, happier, happy plus er, happier. Now superlative dash est. Happy plus est, happiest. Happiest. Over here, one small term is important over here. Zero morpheme. What is zero morpheme? Zero morpheme do exist, but they cannot be manifested or shown separately. For example, man, mane, sheep, sheep. The word man, man is singular, men, men is plural. So, hidden plural is over there. We have not added e or s, apostrophe s to that, but it is present. It has meaning. The problem is that we just cannot show it explicitly. That is zero morpheme. Another example, sheep, 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 sheep. Sheep, same spelling, can be a singular as well, can be a plural as well. But meaning will be different, though the spelling is same. So this particular phenomena is called as zero morpheme. One thing we have to take into consideration that an inflectional morpheme never changes the category of a word. It changes only number, degree, state of the word, tense of the word. And a derivational morpheme changes the category of the word. What is derivational morphemes? We have discussed about it. Prefixes, suffixes, certain things can be termed as derivational morphemes. We can see certain examples to clarify the point. For example, unsystematically. Unsystematically is a adverb. If I remove the suffix ly, what we get? Unsystematical is a adjective and ly is a suffix. So after adding ly to the adverb, to the adjective unsystematical, I am making it as adverb. So ly is a class changing derivational suffix and unsystematical is an adjective. If I remove al from the main word unsystematic, what I am getting? Unsystematic is an adjective and that al is class maintaining derivational suffix, because after addition of or removal of the al, the class of the unsystematic, that is adjective, is remaining the same one. Further, there are no any suffixes left. Now we have prefix. Prefix un, un, it is a prefix. After adding this prefix to the word systematic, which is an adjective, class is maintaining. Adjective, systematic, unsystematic. If I remove un, systematic is adjective only. So the un prefix is a class maintaining. Now let's talk about the word systematic. Systematic, now we don't have any prefix or suffix to it. It is an adjective. But if we look into the word deeper level, we can see that system word is there and atic, attic, is a class changing derivational suffix is added to it. System is a basically noun, and after adding atic suffix, we are making it as adjective. Systematic is an adjective, system is a noun. So let's talk about the word system. System, we really don't have any prefix or suffix over here. It is only system, noun. So noun, system can be termed as root word, main word, stem or base word. 4 words but meaning is the same one. Root word, main word, base word, basic word, or the stem, stem, stem. So this was the example of morphological tree analysis or the morphological parsing. Let's talk about another example, books. Books is a noun. If I detach s from the main word noun, book, s is inflectional suffix and book noun is the root word. Similarly, we can practice various words and we can analyze prefix, suffix, but for that matter, we have to have mastery over the parts of speech. We have to understand, probe, find the exact class of the category of that particular word, and after addition of any prefix or suffix, how the class is changing, that will be the main concern. And we have to find out the main basic root word and we have to give labels to those base words, whether it is adjective, adverb. Also we have to give label to the prefix and suffix as well, whether it is class changing or class maintaining. Here we have covered the point morphology. If you have any query, let me know about it.